Hello my darlings, welcome back to Love Alchemy Tarot. My name is Valentina. I'm a relationship coach, hypnotherapist and tarot card reader, and here at Love Alchemy we focus only on love readings because I believe that love is the thing that gives us the most meaning in life and helps us find purpose. And it also is the area of our life where we have the least education and we may struggle the most. So I see the tarot cards as one of the ways that we can find guidance on those things that we need to heal and those things that we need to correct and reset in our life so that we experience happiness and fulfillment. So today, because we are still in the period where a very powerful new moon is happening, I wanted to use these Queen of the Moon Oracle to understand first what is the energy in your current connection, where is your relationship going, what do you really need to know from Spirit that might help you shift things to the next level. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm just going to get the ones that are wanting to come out. So Spirit, what do my viewers need to know about their connection, about the current energy in their connection to help them shift from issues and blocks? What do my viewers need to know? We have one card already, which is the Unexpected. Interesting. I love this card because it is actually a blue moon. Blue moons are quite rare, as you know, which means that things that we don't expect might be happening for you. So tell me more, please. Give me a few more cards. We have growth and we have gratitude. I'll take 5 cards for this, so give me 2 more, please. Ooh, one turn but went back in. I don't know what this one is. Okay, faith, and 1 more, please. Okay. What is for my viewers' highest good? Oh, very interesting cards. I love them. Here we go. So as I said, our first card was the Unexpected, a blue moon. So this tells me that there is an energy of maybe expectations, maybe things that are potentially happening in your connection, and Spirit is telling you to expect the unexpected. Focusing on what this change, the unexpected, would potentially bring to you to provoke growth, to push you towards growing into a bigger, more empowered version of yourself. If you look at this card, I see a person who is literally growing by setting roots in the earth. So this is a beautiful message saying that it is important for you to really dig deep into your foundations, into your life, to find the energy for growth. Then we have gratitude. Gratitude is a beautiful card which reminds us that in order for us to manifest anything in life, we need to start with being grateful for what we have already. So it feels like you are in a relationship where you are being pushed to grow. You are encouraged to dig deep into creating strong foundations for yourself, for your life, for your connection with your partner. But also don't forget to give thanks to the universe for all the blessings that you were given, because all you need for things to manifest in your life is to have faith that everything will happen exactly as you desire. And remember that if you trust your intuition, the universe will guide you, will show you the path to take in this relationship. So the message here says that this relationship is a very powerful engine for growth in your life, where you will have a lot to be grateful for, where you need to focus on keeping the faith and creating a clear vision for where you want to achieve. Because if I look at this card here, I love it because it has mountains in the background, which talks about difficulties, about overcoming challenges. But also, even though it's dark, because we're talking about the moon, even though it is dark, the universe is guiding you on a path, on an ascension towards a happier, brighter future. So I feel that this connection is definitely heading in the right direction, that you need to keep faith that everything will go exactly as you desire it, that as long as you focus on creating a solid foundation for yourself and your partner, A lot of beautiful things are being cooked for you by the universe. There is a lot of surprises potentially that are coming your way that the universe has in store for you, and definitely it will lead you to ascension and finding the right path. What a beautiful message. So let's take some tarot cards to really understand what is the current situation for my viewers. What is the energy between them and the significant other? What is the energy, the current energy in this connection? I'll once again take 3 cards. So give me 2 more cards here for energy between my viewer and their significant partner. All right, we have 3 cards. Don't know what they are because they came in reverse. And the energy at the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant is obviously an energy of spirituality, of a spiritual teacher. It's also of commitment and authority. And with this energy in reverse, my feeling is that right now you are not really focusing on commitment with this partner. You are not really potentially seeing the spiritual aspect of this connection, and this could be something that might need to be discovered. So I'll see what the cards say, because that was just bottom of the deck energy. Here you have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is this energy of potential, stable, new beginning. Maybe it is a person that is bringing you a lot of stability, is willing to give you something that maybe you didn't have before. Maybe it's not quite commitment yet with the page. Maybe it is a new relationship that we're talking about. And in this relationship, you are the Empress. So the energy is that you are standing in your divine feminine. You are potentially focusing on yourself, on your ability to receive, to attract instead of chasing. I'm also getting the feeling that maybe you being the Empress, you are dealing with a younger person. The Empress doesn't have to be a female, but I feel that there is a potential age difference between these two. But the bottom line is that this energy of nurturing, of caring, of receiving, and here we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I feel that maybe there is a barrier to a new beginning in love, but you are very optimistic, you're staying grounded in your Empress energy, and there might be this energy, this person around you that is trying to offer you something solid. However, you may not be ready. With the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, I get the feeling that there is maybe a lack of readiness. Maybe you've been focusing on growth, on gratitude, on keeping the faith that the universe will show you the path, and really tapping into your divine feminine power. So you are not necessarily looking for a relationship. So I'm even getting the feeling that this reading may be about new love. So let's see, how are you currently feeling about this Page of Pentacles that is coming to offer you here? A little pentacle, a little bit of offer. Ooh, I have a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them all. I feel that they're important. We have the World at the bottom of the deck. So the World actually talks about the fact that you have completed a cycle, that maybe you've been going through a transformation, maybe you've been trying to evolve, to grow into this energy of the divine feminine, where you don't chase connections, where you're not desperate or very obsessed with trying to make love work, and simply you've told yourself that you don't chase, you attract, and you're very, very solid, very grounded. You have a very solid foundation in who you are. You love yourself. You have no issues. So with this energy at the bottom of the deck of completion, we have 5 cards here. Very interesting. And a lot of them. In fact, 4 of these 5 cards are major arcana. How interesting. So the first card that I see is the Moon. So the Moon, of course, speaks of secrets, speaks of fears, speaks of anxieties, speaks of those things that we are trying to hide from others, so our shadows. So it is very possible that maybe the cycle that you've completed the lessons that you've learned have really made you aware, have made you conscious of the fact that there are some shadows, some issues that are hiding in the background of your mind that actually need healing. So when the moon comes out, it's almost like a revelation needs to happen, that you've had this insight that you needed to deal with some old patterns. And this Hierophant card really wanted to come out, and again it's still in reverse. So the Hierophant, again, we were talking about lack of commitment or lack of desire for commitment, but it's also, like I said, about spiritual ascension, about learning things. So the shadow and the Hierophant, sorry, the moon and the Hierophant in reverse are telling me that you are needing to start a new cycle. Maybe this unexpected card just popped into my awareness again. A new cycle in which you're really tapping into those lessons from the subconscious that will help you to ascend. And of course, the divine feminine, the Empress energy, is one of growth and ascension. So with all these so many major arcanas here, I definitely get the feeling that you are going through a significant period of transformation. You also have the card growth earlier on. So I feel that really this is more about focusing on yourself rather than your partner. The next card that came is the Hermit in reverse. So again, I am getting the impression, the intuition that you have until now maybe resisted going on this journey of self-discovery. You've not really taken the time to introspect, to look for the answers within yourself. In general, in most cards, Hermit shows that it's a man or a woman who has a light. It's here, the light. But to me, this represents the light of our inner knowing and going on this journey of self-discovery. However, with the moon, which means the moon here speaks of the fact that maybe you are still stuck in fears and anxieties and you have not yet dared to bring your shadows to the light. The Hierophant speaks of the fact that you are not necessarily ready to be in a committed relationship, and also because you may not have done a lot of introspection. Here you are, however, in Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is this energy of someone who's very passionate, very creative, very sexy, very attractive. So it is possible that you focused very much on attracting relationships that were very passionate and very based on high sexuality. However, I feel that there hasn't been enough depth in your connections, and the universe is telling you that now things might be shifting, might be changing. So you were not ready for true new beginnings in love, so maybe you kept things a little bit superficial, but you're definitely standing strong in your Empress energy. And here you also have the Magician. What a beautiful card. The Magician actually reminds you that you have everything that you require to heal, to learn, to transform, to create and manifest the reality of your dreams. Whatever that may look like, whatever you may require, the universe is reminding you that you have those tools and you are in a position where everything that you desire is available to you. So what do my viewers what do my viewers need to know to shift into this new energy? And what do they need to know? What is the advice? What is the advice? Okay, let's take all the cards that came. So I have two first. We have Strength that came in reverse, but you have the Fool. So with the Fool, you have so many major arcanas. I don't even know how so many of them can come in one particular reading. But the Fool, of course, speaks of taking a leap of faith, with the universe telling you that you need to expect the unexpected and that the path will be open, just to have faith in it. The Fool confirms that you need to be that you are ready to take that leap of faith, start something new, start a new journey, even though you may not be sure that you have the strength to make it happen. With this card here, even though it's in reverse, the universe says yes, you already have everything. The Magician is reminding you that you definitely have all the tools in the box. All you need to do is dare to take that leap of faith. You have a Three of Cups here in reverse. The Three of Cups, of course, is a card of celebration and friendships and spending a lot of time with others. But with this card in reverse, I feel that this new journey that the universe is inviting you to take is actually more towards the hermit, more towards finding the light within, instead of spending your time and energy with others, going out, having fun, which is of course very, very nice and very important for us to have connections with others. It is also important to spend time with ourselves and really discovering those things that really make a difference to us. And here you have the Six of Swords, which is a card that speaks of leaving any past events behind, leaving the thoughts, the patterns, the ideas that you've had about yourself and life, leaving them in the past and heading towards a brighter future, calmer waters, a version of yourself that actually feels more at peace. Because the next card is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Pentacles speaks of being abandoned and rejected, not being necessarily, but feeling it, believing that people don't give you what you want. But in reverse, this kind reminds you that actually everything, salvation, connection, love is available to you. But it is very possible that here, I feel that the universe is telling you, you do have the strength that you require to start a new beginning, even though you may not feel it. It is time for you to stop putting energy into the outside world, into giving to others, and leave all those old patterns behind. Sometimes we spend a lot of time with others, people pleasing, because we don't feel accepted and seen. But actually the universe is reminding you that you need to leave those thought patterns. For me, the swords in this card in the boat represents thought patterns, beliefs that we have about ourselves, and heading towards calmer waters, the calmer waters of this divine energy. So this is telling me very, very little about the partnership. So tell me, how does my viewer feel about their partner, the person on their mind? How do they feel about the person on their mind? What is the role of the person on their mind? Ooh, I have a card that went on the floor, so let me get it first. And it is the Wheel in reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse says that there is a stagnation potentially in your romantic relationships. There is a break, and this break is divinely guided. That means that the universe is stopping you from heading into a relationship. You have here a Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you don't feel that a relationship might give you stability. You also seem to spend a lot of time in anxiety and fear with the Nine of Swords. So it's possible that you tend to overthink relationships, that you feel that relationships are not going to give you the stability and the love that you desire, and that puts a brake on your connections. And with this Seven of Wands in reverse, there is a message here that the universe is giving you to stop being defensive, to stop keeping people at a distance. So it's possible that you have someone in your energy that wants to give you love. However, you've been rejecting them. You've been focusing very much on yourself, or you need to focus on yourself. And the universe is telling you to actually put your energy into yourself. So the Queen of Cups here is a reminder that you need to fill your own cup before you give to others, in order for you to get the kind of balance that you desire. So I'm gonna get one more card, Spirit, for potential outcome for this situation. What does my viewer need to know? Well, I got two cards. And the first card that I see is the King of Wands. So this is a passionate person that is coming into your life, and you have here a counterpart. That Queen and the King of Wands have come up in this reading. So the message here is that yes, you might have a passionate new relationship coming. However, again, it's a confirmation with the Ten of Cups in reverse that you don't believe this is going to do the job for you. So you have to focus on yourself to heal your wounds, so that you can create the potential to choose this new relationship. I hope this has been good for you, and I see you next time.